And welcome to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. My guest this evening is Miner Vincent, president of Families Helping Families. Miner, welcome.
Peter, how you doing?
How are you?
Good, very good.
What's new?
Well, we're getting ready for apple pie.
Apple Pie Festival? Really?
Really. Be here before you know it.
All right. It will be
Saturday
here before we know. No, but before we get into apple pie and all that other fun stuff, tell us a little bit about who's Miner Vincent, what's Families Helping Families, and how long it's been around.
Families Helping Families started 9 years ago.
Okay.
We started with one mission, and that's to provide some energy assistance for people in town.
Sure.
Unfortunately, because of conditions, we now have 5 community outreach programs. We have energy assistance.
Yep.
We have a fresh produce program.
Yep.
We have Clinton Kids Initiative.
Mm-hmm.
We have Cans for Clinton,
Okay.
and we have Families to Families. And through the generosity of all the people in Clinton, we're able to fund those 5 programs.
Okay. And can you tell us maybe a little bit about a brief synopsis of each program and how it works?
Energy assistance is just what it is. It's after people have used their allotted amount from the state of Connecticut.
Yeah.
And there is also a couple of backup programs. Then
Okay.
our program kicks in. We do it in conjunction with Cheryl Church
Sure.
at Social Services in town.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh Produce program is run through the Clinton Food Pantry, which is at the Holy Advent Church.
My friend Lynn Smith.
Lynn Smith is the director. How it works is she and I get a printout every weekend of the upcoming specials for the week.
Right.
We go through it. I tell her how much she can spend, and she scours it for bargains,
Okay.
things that are on sale.
Right.
And then every Wednesday it's delivered fresh, and that's also the day that food is given out to the clients.
Yes,
they
it
get,
is.
It's a win-win. We're getting the best produce at the lowest price, and it's also delivered fresh the day that people are getting their other items from the food pantry.
Exactly.
Clinton Kids Initiative, we work through Cheryl Church. We provide backpacks, lunch packs, back to school, snacks, Christmas presents for kids in town. Families to Families is if somebody's going through a tragic circumstance, we step in, we see what we can do to help, whether it's food cards or gas cards or, taking care of bills that they can't overcome.
Okay.
Cans for Clinton, there is a period of time during the year from the beginning of May all the way till the end of September
Okay.
where there are no real townwide food drives.
Yes.
Shelves at the food pantry become very empty. We step in but we'll buy food. We also supplement by buying items that cost a lot of money, such as shampoo, deodorant, things like that, so that they can be distributed at the same time the clients are getting food. And that
Okay.
way, try and save some of the resources that
Exactly.
they do have.
Totally.
So those are the 5 programs.
right.
We're excited that we can do them, but we couldn't do them without the people in Clinton. Those
Right.
are the real families that are helping families.
Okay. Now, one thing we should probably just give an update about, I guess there is a lunch program?
There's a school lunch program during the school year provides free and reduced meals to children that go to the Clinton school system.
Okay.
For a few years, people tried to get that program to carry over into the summer.
Right.
This year, through the advocacy of End Hunger Connecticut, who Jim Crawford is, one of the biggest advocates we have in this area.
Who is he? Never heard of
Jim
him.
Crawford, your man.
Mm.
But seriously, he has put in a lot of time, a lot of legwork to get the program off the ground. And this summer, there are 3 meal sites. There's
Okay.
one in Clinton,
Yeah.
there's one in Old Saybrook, and there's one in Centerbrook.
Okay.
So it's open to every child in every town from kindergarten to 8th grade and younger.
Okay.
And all they have to do is just walk in, and there'll be a meal provided. And the meal sites are open from Monday to Thursday. And at some meal sites, they'll get a brown bag to take care of Friday's meal also.
Nice, very nice. How's the program going? So
Program's going good, a little bit slow,
Good.
because we didn't know
Right.
know for sure whether it was going to be available until like 4 days before it actually started. So what we plan to do is once the summer's over, you know, we'll have a review. We've already got a lot of suggestions on how to make it better and how to attract more kids to the program for next year. So we're, you know, this first year we're just happy it came into existence, and then next year, you know, how do we improve on it for next year, and how do we reach more kids? Because that's the focus. How do we take care of these kids that, for various amount of reasons, don't have meals at noontime?
And from what I understand, by doing some backlogging research, I believe you, me, and Mr. Crawford did a show on
We did.
the program, and
We did.
I think it airs very soon.
It's, you know, it's good to be on a program with Jim because he's got all the technical and he knows a lot of the data behind the scenes.
Exactly. All right, so we've talked about everybody else along the shoreline and all the other fun nonprofits and money and all that other good stuff, and let's talk about one of my favorite things.
Which is?
Apple pie.
Apple pie.
Let's talk about apple pie. How did the Apple Pie Festival come about?
When we first started Families Helping Families, you know, we wanted to address the needs, but we wanted to also, at the same time, have some fun.
Right.
So we tried to come up with ideas that and events that people could participate in, and yet still have a good time. We didn't want to charge people for the events. We wanted them to come, have a good time, and you know, not have to pay for anything. Right. So, you know, Apple Pie came up as an event that would draw people. Number one, people could have a good time. People could enter a pie. So how it's set up is that you can come, and there is no admission charge. We ask people to donate cans of food or dollars if they so desire. But you can come, you can have pie, you can have ice cream, coffee, lemonade. A lot of times there's face painting for the kids, some music, and just relax for a couple hours and forget about all the stuff that's going on outside, in the outside world. It's just like, you know, trying to keep that old-fashioned town feeling that we have in Clinton going.
Exactly. Now, how long has the Apple Pie Festival been going on?
This is our 9th year.
Wow.
Yeah, we're, you know, nice. It's probably raised over $12,000 in those 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And on top of thousands of pounds of food. So it was our first event, and you know, we're excited to have it every single year.
Now, tell us a little bit about Families Helping Families. Obviously, it's not just you that runs around and does things. You have a board of directors?
Yeah, we have a board of directors. It's myself, Lynn Heideck, Jerry Weiss, Jane Scully Welsh, Dawn Hiddle, Mari Lee, Jessica Demers, and David Lee.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good group of people.
Pretty good board.
And you know, they understand that you know, one of the good things is these people are involved in a lot of other activities around town. Right. So they're very active people, and you know, they just decided, you know, everybody had the, you know, we asked certain people that we wanted to be on the board, and they more than welcomed the challenge of, you know, helping another organization around town.
Exactly.
So it's a small group, but we also draw on a lot of other people around town. When we do like an event, there's certain people, that's just what they do. They help us with one event a year. And, you know, when they know it's coming up, my phone rings. They said, you know, don't forget, we're on board, you know, schedule us in for some time, and we're more than happy to help you out. So it's just not, you know, the board of directors, but it's a lot of people in town that have come on board to help us with our mission. So we're, you know, we're thankful for that, because, you know, a few people can't do it all. No. It's a lot of work that goes into these events.
Now, what is the mission statement for Families Helping Families?
You know, it's changed. When we first started, it was just to provide energy assistance. Okay. And now it's to provide any kind of assistance that we can. Okay. You know, we don't have a lot of paperwork that you have to fill out. Right. And we try and have a lot of eyes in the community. So if somebody knows of something that's going on, they'll call me or one of my board members and say, look, you know, we know this family going through a tough time. They need can you help? We recently had an example. Somebody came up to one of our board members and their insurance didn't cover an item that they needed, and it was very expensive. And we were able to provide that for that family.
Very
so
nice.
It's families helping families, but it's the entire community helping the community.
Exactly. Now, as far as, and you mentioned this a couple seconds ago, as far as being involved with the organization, and you have people who show up at different events, who have chosen their event to help that. Unless you're me.
Unless you're you, because you show up at most events.
Exactly. I show up at everything.
And there are a few people like that you always know they're going to be there.
Exactly.
And their input and their help is invaluable because when you're doing an event like the apple pie, traditionally draws over 300 people.
Yeah, exactly.
So you need people to set up.
All hands on deck.
Yeah, exactly.
All hands
So
on
that's,
deck.
like I said, it's families helping families, but it's the Clinton community helping the Clinton community.
And speaking of apple pie, let's talk about it before we go into a break here in about a minute and a half.
Sure.
When is it?
It's Saturday, October 3rd at the Clinton Town Hall.
Okay.
From 6 to 8 p.m.
Okay.
Now, if you want to enter a pie in our contest for judging, has to be the town hall at 4 o'clock.
Okay, sure.
And what we're looking for this year, we're looking for more pies from the youth community.
Okay.
From ages 10 to 14. We'd like to see a few more pies from them.
Sure. And obviously, there's no admission fee.
No
you just
admission fee.
come in with your pie. And let's talk. I hear there are wonderful prizes.
Yeah,
let's talk about wonderful prizes.
This year we're very blessed. We have Short TV is going to donate a colored TV.
Okay.
And Christo's Jewelers is going to donate a half-carat diamond ring, a diamond, and you can take it to them and pick out the setting that you want.
Really?
That's not included, just the diamond,
Right.
but the diamond's worth pretty close to $3,000. So
oh my goodness.
We're thankful that they've come on board. Jerry's on our board of directors, but we're thankful that they've done something to help us make this a successful event.
Exactly, exactly. Now, what are some of the, I know you guys just don't do apple pie, but what are some of the other events that people see families helping families around town?
We do 2 food drives, one in the spring. Some people wouldn't call it the spring because it always seems to rain, snow, sleet, or hail on that day, and it tends to be about 25 degrees.
I think you and I can speak from experience.
From a lot of experience. But we get the sympathy factor because people see us standing out there shivering. So.
People feel bad for us.
Yeah, but we do a spring food drive, a fall food drive. The Clinton Lions Club always does a pancake breakfast for us. We've partnered with the Clinton Education Foundation for the spelling bee. In the fall, the Clinton Country Club does an in-house golf tournament for us. Then we do Christmas in Clinton. We have our Soups On contest.
You know what? We're going to talk about soup when we come back from the break.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be right back.
Tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
And welcome back to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm your host, sitting here with Minor Vincent with Families Helping Families. Mr. Vincent, welcome back, my friend.
Good to be here, Pete.
Nice to have you here. Nice to have you here. So we were talking about the first segment about the organization as a whole, what it is, but I understand coming up in October, We have an apple pie festival going on.
We do.
Let's talk about it.
This will be our 9th year doing the apple pie.
Okay.
It's Saturday, October 3rd
Okay.
at the Clinton Town Hall from 6 to 8 p.m.
Okay.
There's no admission charge.
Right.
We do ask people to bring, to donate either cans of food
Yep.
or dollars for our community outreach programs.
All right.
We also have, within the event, a judging contest for the best apple pie in Clinton. People get a crystal apple
Okay.
for first prize, $100,
Okay.
and a ribbon. Then there are prizes for second and third.
Okay.
We also have a youth division with prizes for second and third also.
Really? Now, who have been, do we know who's judging this year?
We don't know. We have a few judges that always judge it, and we're trying to recruit some new ones this year.
Okay. Who were some of the past judges that people might know?
First Selectman Willie Fritz has been a judge.
Okay.
Your mom, Dolly Mezzetti, has been a judge.
Who?
Ethelene DeBona, some of the selectmen.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had a cross-section of the community judge.
Okay. And as far as the apple pie and all the other activities that you have going on, do you have a favorite that you look forward to every year, or are they all?
I think apple pie, because it was the first one.
Okay.
And traditionally, that has always, I think we probably average about 300 people.
Wow. Okay.
So it's nice to see people that you haven't seen before.
Exactly.
And you get used to seeing them at least once a year. So it's nice to
Exactly.
touch base, find out what's going on in their lives, what things have changed, and it's just a nice social event that you don't have to, you don't have to dress up, you
No.
don't have to pay money. You just come and relax and have a good time.
Exactly. And
And you can have more than one piece of pie too.
exactly. And actually, it is a good time, because I've been with you since square one, and
Yep.
it's
Food drives are good too, because
Yeah.
you see the generosity of people. People come out of the Stop and Shop with a couple of bags of food.
exactly.
People will drop a check in our donation canister. And that just you run into people that have been in that circumstance where they've had to use the food pantry or use one of our programs,
Okay.
and they just say, we just want to give back because we were there once too.
Exactly. Now, how is the money allocated from all your events?
So what we do is we sit down once a year,
Okay.
and we try and figure out how much we can budget for each program. Last year, we decided that we were going to try and donate $40,000 to the Clinton community.
Okay.
So we kind of divvied up it into each program. The largest amount goes into energy assistance and into our fresh produce program.
Absolutely.
What we try and do, number one, we want to make sure that no matter what, that no family in Clinton has a cold home.
Right.
There's no, the money is there, and we just want to make sure that that never happens. And our fresh produce program, we also want to make sure that on the 3 holidays a year, the major Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Easter,
Yep.
that
Nobody
those
goes
people's table is filled to overflowing. So what we do is we buy a lot more produce on those 3 holidays,
Right.
because we want everybody to feel like their house is like what our house looks
Exactly.
like at Christmas during those holidays.
Exactly.
So then our other programs, it's basically as the need arises, whether it's back to school stuff or if the food pantry has a special need.
Yeah.
Like we just bought 144 bottles of shampoo because
Really?
really,
Wow.
we found some that were very inexpensive.
Yeah.
And if you go to the supermarket, a bottle of shampoo can be anywhere from $3 to $5 or $6.
Exactly.
So we were able to buy some at a very reasonable price and help those people, conserve their dollars for other things.
Very nice. Very nice. So, what are the? So let's see if I can do this off the top of my head. In the spring, we have a food drive.
Spring, we have a food drive.
Okay. And
In the
what else?
dead of winter, on the last Sunday before the Super Bowl, we have the Lions Pancake Breakfast.
Right. Okay.
And then we go, we're contemplating having a combination event maybe next year.
Okay.
We, in the past, have done cupcakes and an ice cream social. And we're thinking about combining the two
Yeah.
and do it sometime in June,
Yes.
before everybody scatters for vacation. And who doesn't like ice cream and who doesn't like cupcakes? Put
Exactly.
them both together, and hopefully it's a winning combination.
Hopefully.
But we try and give the people, not only our board members, but the people that help us throughout the year, we try and give them the summer off. You
Right.
take
Go
care
on
of-
vacation.
Go on vacation.
Go do
spend
something.
time with your family.
Do something fun.
So then we come back, and the last Saturday of September
Yeah.
is our fall food drive. We also, the Clinton Chamber of Commerce has graciously allowed us to collect dollars and cans at the Coast Guard Academy band concert,
Which is usually in October.
which is generally in October at the Morgan School.
Right.
And then we do our apple pie,
Right.
and then we do our soups on at Christmas in Clinton.
I was going to say, the one thing we haven't talked about yet in detail is Christmas in Clinton and Soups On,
Well, Christmas in Clinton is
the Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of Commerce event,
Right.
but there's a lot of different events going on during the event.
Correct. Correct.
And 3 or 4 years ago, we were talking, and we thought about what would be more perfect than having soup on a cold winter day. So we came up with the idea of Soups On, and what we've done for the past couple of years, we've had it at Body Karma Studio on
Yep.
Main Street.
Sure.
And last year we had 10 different soup vendors,
Sure.
and we had everybody in there and tasted
Really?
the soup and had a good time. The place was packed. We probably had at least 300 people. And just before the soup contest, we had the Joel School Chorus, and they sang Christmas carols. And we
Ooh.
had parents and grandparents. It's just a nice family time.
Very nice.
And you get to try. How it works is you come in the door, you buy a wristband for $5,
Yeah.
and then you get to try 10 different kinds of soup.
Maybe that's what we need for your spring food drive.
Soup.
Soup. Because normally,
Why don't you talk to Scottish Dave? Maybe
yeah,
he can give us some
we could have to talk to Scottish
Yeah.
Dave. But the funny thing is what people don't know is when you do your spring food drive, it's either snowing or it's 15 degrees.
Yeah. Well,
But people feel bad for you and I because we're out there standing, collecting food and talking to people, and
Well, the
people
nice-
feel bad for us.
the nice thing, we also have the Clinton Police Department that helps us out.
Oh yeah, them too.
But we do get the sympathy vote.
We do.
So, but it's a good time to do it before everybody gets busy with spring cleanups and stuff
Right.
going on the weekends, and it's just it's become traditional to have it on that Saturday. So we're going to keep it that way. We talked about moving it into warmer weather, but we knew that that wouldn't agree. With people like you were used to being cold and shivering.
Exactly. Oh, thanks. Oh, thanks. So what else can we tell people about Families Helping Families that they don't know, for our viewers and our listeners that are just joining us that don't know who the organization is?
Everybody on the board lives in Clinton.
Okay.
All the monies that we raise stays in Clinton.
All right.
All the programs that we have is strictly to benefit Clinton.
Okay.
It's strictly a Clinton organization. If anybody has any questions about,
Yeah.
they're more than happy to give me a call or send me an email.
I was going to say, I believe we have your information up on the screen right
Great.
now with a phone number and an email address.
Great. But it's, anybody wants to volunteer to help us out.
Right, exactly.
It doesn't require a whole lot of work.
Okay.
We won't call you for every event, but if you want to get a hold of us, then, like I said, either email me or give me a phone call.
All right. And one thing we want to mention that is, let's talk about apple pie again before we say goodnight, because we have a few minutes left. When is the Apple Pie Festival?
Apple pie is Saturday, October 3rd at the Clinton Town Hall
Yeah.
from 6 to 8 p.m.
Okay.
There's no admission charge.
All right.
We do ask people to either donate cans of food or make a donation of dollars.
Okay.
There's also a contest for the best apple pie in Clinton.
Yeah.
There's a contest for adults and a contest for the youth from ages 10 to 14.
All right.
And you can come, you can have pie, you can have 1 piece, 2 pieces,
Exactly.
ice cream,
Okay.
coffee, lemonade, and just relax and have a good time.
Speaking of having a good time, you know what else we got to talk about?
Well,
You know what goes with pie?
what's that?
Apple crisp.
Apple crisp. We're hoping that the famous Mezzetti apple crisp will make an appearance again this year.
I've heard about the famous Mezzetti.
It's absolutely phenomenal.
It is.
And we know that you're a big part of that apple crisp.
I am.
You are the hands that pick the apples.
I am. I'm the one climbing the tree. I think I'm kidding.
Well, I know that your mother and father are the bakers, so you must be the apple picker.
Yeah, I'm the guy that climbs up the tree and.
But they've been doing that, I'm pretty sure, since we started, and it's always been a great hit with people.
Maybe that's what happened. I was climbing up the apple tree and it hit me on the head. Maybe that's what. You know what? That could explain a lot.
But for a good cause, for a great cause.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
So we look forward to it. It complements all the pies.
It does. It does. And it's very easy. Very easy to make. It takes not that
Well,
many,
for something that's
not that many apples, but.
For something that's very easy to make, it tastes very, very good.
Mm-hmm, it is. It is very.
So I think there might be a little bit more than you're letting on to making it.
I'm not telling secrets.
Yeah. Don't give them away.
No, I don't give.
So that's another
give away
reason for people
secrets.
to come and sample it.
Right. Exactly. Come down, eat pie, eat apple crisp, have some ice cream, have a cup of coffee.
Yep.
And
it's a good time.
everything will be good. And we've got about 30 seconds to a minute left. Let's talk about the event one more time before we say goodnight. When is it? Time, date, location?
Saturday, October 3rd, at Clinton Town Hall, Apple Pie Festival. There's no admission.
Yeah.
We ask people to donate dollars or cans of food.
Yeah. Really quick. Prizes.
Prizes. This year we have a TV donated by Shore TV.
Okay.
And a $0.5-carat diamond donated by Christo Jewelers.
All right. Well,
So we're excited.
Minor Vincent from Families.
Peter, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We'll see you soon.
Yep.
On behalf of Minor, I'm Peter. Thanks, good night, and we'll see you next week.